Alright guys, how you guys doing today? I'm here today doing another video. I'm going to be doing an oil change on my 2013 Suzuki Boulevard M50. Um, and I just wanted to start off by showing you the tools you're going to need. You're going to need a socket set of some kind. My bike is a metric bike, so you're gonna go by millimeters. Most of the bolts are probably around 12 to 14 millimeters. Um, so yeah, this set I got at Walmart. This is $99. Really nice set. I've been using it for years. It has everything you would ever need um, for any kind of mechanic work. Um, so yeah, that's probably one of the most important tools. Next, you're gonna need something to drain the oil into. I just use this glass pan. There's not a lot of oil in the bike, so it's about a little over 3 liters, or 3 quarts, around there, close to 4. And you're definitely gonna want to wear gloves while you're doing this, because oil can be it can be very bad for your hands, for your skin. It's just better to wear gloves when you're doing work like this. Also, you're going to need these crush washers. I got these on Amazon real cheap. Once you take the drain plug out, you're going to need to put one of these on there. Like I said, I think these came in a pack of 20 for a few dollars. Pretty cheap on Amazon. And then you're going to need a funnel to pour the oil in. This little tool, this is what I like to use for, see how it opens up, opens, closes. That's to take off the oil filter. So that's a really good tool. This is probably one of the best tools I've found. I know they have a lot of tools to take off oil filters, but this is probably the best one that I've found that works the best. And those are pretty much all the tools. And then this is the oil I use. I use X-Star. It's like a Suzuki made oil, 10W40. Pretty much go in any Suzuki bike. And then this is the filter I like to use, the High Filtro HF 138. You can get both of these on Amazon again. I think altogether they're about $50 for the filter and the oil. So yeah, those are all the tools you're going to need. And alright, well, let's get started on the bike. Alright guys, here again with my 2013 Suzuki Boulevard M50. About to change the oil. As you can see, I've got the bike propped up in this level. I have a level in the back here. You can see that it's perfectly level. I have it hooked up on these straps here on each side to hold it up center. This is just the way I like to do it. And then you got the level. Just make sure it's level. So you can check the oil level whenever you're done with the oil change. But anyway, let's get going. I want to first off, I started the bike for about 10 minutes. Make sure the oil's a little hot. I mean, you don't want it like blistering hot, but you want it kind of warm so the oil, it drains out pretty well. So I already did that, started the bike, left it running for about 10 minutes. Now, first off, you're going to want to get your socket wrench and undo the drain plug, which is going to be right there. That's the drain plug right there. And then right after that, you're going to want to get the oil filter off, which is going to be, let's see, right there, that one there. So what you're going to want to use for that is your socket wrench, like this. This is a 14mm socket wrench, and it will definitely get that drain plug off. So, start getting that off. Put my drain under there, a drain pan. That's my drain pan. Now, I already loosened the bolt, so I'm just gonna go ahead and loosen it up right now. Let the oil drain out. There we go. See the oil draining out now. Okay guys, now that the oil is drained out, mostly drained out, you know, you're gonna want to let it sit there for a minute, make sure it's all drained pretty good. I even sometimes, what I'll do is even pour a tiny bit of new oil into the motor and let that drain out, just to kind of, you know, clean the rest of a little bit out. But that's just me. I'm really, you know, kind of picky about it. So next, after you get the drain plug out and drain all the oil, what you're gonna want to do is go to the oil filter, which is right in there. See that? Now, I already loosened it with my wrench. This is the type of wrench that I like to use, because you can attach it to a socket wrench, and it's, you know, you can just get a lot. I've used so many different oil filter tools, and this is, to me, this is the best one. This is the one you can get the most leverage on. If the oil filter is stuck a little bit, maybe it's on there a little too tight, or it's been on a little too long, this one is the best that I've used. And I probably used at least 10 different tools. Pretty much all of them they have on the market, and you can just get this at Walmart. You know, you can pretty much get it anywhere, but I got this one at Walmart. It's Hyper-Tough brand. Just real cheap, but really effective. Anyway, so I already loosened it a little bit, so it should come right off. And, you know, you want to get your drain plug or your drain pan under there too, because it will drip a little bit of oil. See that oil dripping out of there? So you want to go ahead and take that off. There you go. And see that oil? All that oil coming out of there. And just drain that into your drain pan. And what I do with these, now you're going to want to dispose of this oil properly. So what you want to do is what I usually do is I'll put this in the box that the new oil filter is in, and then I'll also put the oil, drain the oil into, once I'm done and I put the new oil in the engine, I'll put the old oil in the container, and then you want to dispose of it properly. You know, most auto parts stores will take it. I think even, you know, Walmart, places like that will take it too. But yeah, you definitely want to help the environment. Don't just dump it anywhere. Bring it to your local auto parts store. They're pretty much everywhere. So, all right. So next, I've got the new oil filter here. I'm gonna install that. Same exact brand, high flow Filtro. HF130A is the one that that my Suzuki uses, and I put the old oil filter in the box that the new one came in. Just close that up. Now, what you want to do with the drain plug is, see these washer. I have this. This is the old washer. Go ahead and take that one off and put this new one on. And go ahead and install those. Same way we took them off, you know, lefty loosey, righty tighty, just put them right back on. Same way you took them off. So go ahead and put this, I can get under there. Go ahead and take this. It's still dripping a little bit, but that's okay. Take this, put it in there, and what happens with that washer is that it's called a crush washer, so it'll crush and it'll make a good seal there, so you won't have any oil leaks as long as you tighten it good enough. You don't want to tighten it too much, but you know, and even there are some like auto parts books that have certain specs, certain torque specs, if you want to look those up. So, and then I want to do the same thing. See that little spot there? That's where the oil filter goes. Just put it in there, tighten that on there, and you're all good. Okay, so last thing basically that you want to do after you get the oil filter, the drain plug, get those off, drain out all the oil, get those back on, make sure the drain plug and the oil filter are on pretty tight. Like I said, not too tight, because you want to be able to get it off next time you do an oil change. But basically the last thing to do is just fill up the bike with oil. Make sure it's at the right level. On this bike it has a window like this. It's a little hard to see sometimes, but that's why I like to make sure the bike is level. Like I put the level on the back of the bike and make sure that it's level, so you can see how much oil's going in there. But this is the spot right here where you put all the oil. I already untightened it. That's basically where you just want to put all the oil in there. Get your funnel. I have just a little funnel like this. Put it in there like that, and just then you want to start putting the oil in. And again, like I said, you want to pay attention. Definitely want to pay attention to the little window there. Just do it kind of slow. You could probably pour half the bottle in if you have a bottle like this. That's what I like to do. I'll pour like a little more than half the bottle in, and then just after that I'll start pouring it kind of slowly. Make sure the level's right. But you want to see there's two lines there on the left side. You want to be definitely in between those lines. I like to put it towards the top line, around, close to level to the top line. Maybe just a tad bit lower than that. But that in between those lines, you're good. So yeah, basically you just want to start pouring the oil in. And then after you start pouring the oil in, you probably want to, as far as those lines, you want to be just below it, because once you start the bike, the oil will start getting a little hotter. It'll expand a little more. So you can also measure it. Sometimes they'll have quarts like this. They'll have single quarts. Like this bike, I think takes 3.6 liters or quarts. And you can basically put, like the 3 quarts in, and then measure the last quart, the 0.6. Then you have literally an exact amount. According to the manual, that's what this bike takes. A lot of bikes are different, but some bikes are different. Most of them are the same. They're like this. But other than that, everything is pretty much done. All I have to do is put the oil in there, start the bike up, and I'm all good, and I can get rolling. Alright guys, well, I hope that this video helped you guys out. Leave comments, like, subscribe, and again, if you guys have any ideas for any videos or anything you want me to talk about or do, just let me know. Comment any ideas or anything. I would love to have some support. Alright, anyway, you guys have a good day. Bye-bye.